Welcome back student in basic chemistry course. In previous video we discussed our first unit containing topic molecular arrangement in solid, liquid and gases, and also we discussed different types of crystal lattices. Okay, so in this today's session we discuss the next topic of this unit is the catalysis. Okay, so in this topic we discuss what is mean by the catalyst, what is the catalysis processes, and different types of catalysis processes and the characteristics of catalyst. Okay, so let's start. So what is, before discussing catalysis, we have to know what is the catalyst. Okay, so catalyst, it is the substance which only increase the rate of reaction without being consumed in the reaction. This substance will be called as the catalyst. Okay, for example, sulfur dioxide molecule formation, then that times sulfur dioxide which undergoes an oxidation to produce sulfur trioxide molecule. Okay, so in these reactions, when we get the product of SO3 from the reactant sulfur dioxide and oxygen, then that times this reaction will require more time. But when we add the catalyst in this reaction, that is nitrous oxide, then that times at that time we add the catalyst in this reaction, then that times these reactions will be carried out or completed in less time, and product will get. Okay, so that's why in number of reactions the catalyst will be used, because of these reactions will be time consuming. When in that reactions we use the catalyst. Okay, so in those processes the catalyst will be used. This process will be called as the catalysis processes. Okay, so these catalysts will be are of different types. So the two main types of catalyst will be seen. These catalyst types are, first type is positive catalyst, second type is negative catalyst. Okay, firstly we have to discuss the characteristics of catalyst. So characteristics of catalyst, first characteristics is the catalyst cannot initiate the reaction. Any catalyst which cannot initiate the reactions, they only speed up the reaction, not initiate the reactions. So we see here in this graph, when the reactant will give the product at that time, this is the reactant, this is the intermediate stage. So this peak is for the reactant which will activate. Okay, so the activation of reactant to form the product, the activation energy will be used. This is the activation energy will be required for the formation of product from the reactant. In this graph, when we does not use the catalyst, that means the uncatalyzed reaction, then that times this amount of activation energy will be required. Okay, when we use the catalyst in this reaction, then that times same reactant and the product, but only we use the catalyst in this reaction, then that times this reaction peak will be like that, and the amount of activation energy will be required in these reactions will be less. So this is the catalyzed reaction, means we use the catalyst in this reaction, then that times we require less amount of activation energy to get the product. Okay, and also we require less time in this reaction, catalyzed reaction. But in uncatalyzed reaction, then that times more amount of activation energy is required, and also we require more time for completing the reaction. Okay, so that's why the first characteristics of this catalyst is catalyst which can only speed up the reaction, does not initiate the reaction. Okay, next we see the second characteristics of catalyst is only small amount of catalyst is required to get the product. Okay, so in catalyzed reaction only small amount of catalyst will be required. Okay, for example, only 1 gram of platinum is required for 10 raised to 8 liter of hydrogen peroxide which undergoes on decomposition. So in this example, 10 raised to 8 liter means very huge amount. In this huge amount of hydrogen peroxide which undergoes on decomposition, only require 1 gram of platinum as a catalyst, then and also we get the product we require. Okay, so that's why very small amount of catalyst is required for the completing the reaction. Okay, then we see the third characteristics. The catalyst remains unchanged. So catalyst which remain unchanged in the catalyzed reaction, they will be recover in the product. They does not consume in the reaction or does not interfere in the reaction. Okay, so they means they remains unchanged in the reactions. They will be recover in the product also. Okay, and last characteristics of the catalyst is they will be specific. Catalyst will be specific. For example, the reaction is A which gives the B product, then that times X catalyst will be used. But when we carry out the another reaction, that is A to give the product C, then that times this is same catalyst. That means the X catalyst does not used in this A to C reaction. Okay, this is very specific. Catalyst will be very specific. They get the particular product or the specific product. Okay, then that times this particular catalyst will be used. Okay, in any reaction we use any catalyst is not be suitable for the catalyst. Okay, so the catalyst will be very specific in nature. They will give the specific reactions. Okay, these are the main 4 characteristics of catalyst. Next part we see the different types of catalysts. Then we see the different types of catalysts. So catalysts are of 2 types. First type is positive catalyst, second type is negative catalyst. Okay, so let's discuss the first type of catalyst is the positive catalyst. So what is meant by the positive catalyst? Positive catalyst means those catalysts which increase the rate of chemical reaction, these catalysts will be called as the positive catalyst. Okay, so those catalysts which increase the rate of chemical reaction called as positive catalyst. Okay, for examination of sulfur dioxide molecule, then these reactions, sulfur dioxide which undergoes on oxidation and platinum will be used as a catalyst, then that time sulfur dioxide molecule will be produced. So in this reaction we use the platinum as a catalyst. So this is a platinum which increase the rate of chemical reactions, means the reactions will be carried out very fastly without they will be consumed in the reaction. So that's why this a platinum will be positive catalyst in this reaction. Okay, because they increase the rate of chemical reaction. Okay, another example we discuss here for the decomposition of KClO3, then that times KCl and then that times potassium chloride and oxygen, these products will be produced. Then that times MnO2, magnesium dioxide, this catalyst will be used in the reactions. So this MnO2 which increase the rate of this particular chemical reaction, so that's why MnO2 will be also a positive catalyst. Okay, so this is the positive catalyst. Positive catalyst means those catalysts which increase the rate of chemical reactions will be called as the positive catalyst. Okay, next we see, so second type is negative catalyst. So those catalysts which decrease the rate of chemical reaction will be called as the negative catalyst. Catalyst which decrease the rate of chemical reaction will be called as negative catalyst. Those catalysts which decrease the rate of chemical reaction will be called as the negative catalyst, which will be exactly opposite to the positive catalyst. Okay, so let's see the examples. Is some of the catalysts will also decrease the rate of particular chemical reaction. Okay, so that's why they will be called as the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide is retarded in presence of acid. in presence of acid. This is the one of the example of negative catalyst. In these reactions, this acid will be the negative catalyst because this acid which retard this reaction. Okay, so that's why this acid will be the negative catalyst. This is one example. Another example is oxidation of chloroform is retarded by alcohol to poisonous phosgene. So in this example, oxidation of chloroform is retarded by alcohol. So in these reactions, this alcohol will be the negative catalyst because they can retard this chemical reaction. But this is very useful also because in these reactions we get the product is poisonous phosgene. So next we see the different types of catalysis processes. So the catalysis processes are of two types. First type is homogeneous catalysis reactions and another type is heterogeneous catalysis reactions. The definition of homogeneous catalysis reactions is in this reaction catalyst and in these reactions the catalyst and the reactant in same phase, then that time this type of reactions will be called as homogeneous catalyzed reaction. Homogeneous catalyzed reaction. Catalyst and the reactant are in same phase. Okay, then that times these reactions will be called as homogeneous catalyzed reactions. For example, formation of carbon dioxide molecules from carbon dioxide, then that times NO will be used as a catalyst to get the carbon dioxide molecule. Okay. So in these reactions, this carbon monoxide will also in gaseous phase. That means these reactants will be in gaseous phase, and these catalyst will also in gaseous phase. Means these reactant and the catalyst are in the same phase. So that's why these reaction will be homogeneous catalyzed reaction. Okay. And another example we also see the sulfur dioxide molecule formation from the oxidation of sulfur dioxide. These reactions will also use nitrous oxide as a catalyst. In these reactions, the reactant will also in gaseous phase and the catalyst will also in gaseous phase. That means the reactant and catalyst are in same phase to get the product. So that's why this reaction will also a homogeneous catalyst because reactant and the catalyst are in same phase. So these examples are in gaseous phase. Okay. Next we see liquid phase homogeneous catalyzed reaction. Another example is inversion of cane sugar. In these reactions, this sucrose will be in liquid phase, this water will also in liquid phase, and the catalyst will be used in these reactions for the formation of glucose and fructose. The catalyst will be also the H plus will also in aqueous phase, that means in liquid phase. So that's why in this reaction also we see the catalyst and the reactant will be in same phase. So that's why this reaction will be homogeneous catalyzed reaction. Okay. Another second example we see here is the reactions ethyl acetate will be used. Ethyl acetate will be used as a ester. Product we get is the acid and the alcohol. In these reactions we use the ester, that is ethyl acetate will be in liquid phase and also the water will also in liquid phase, and the catalyst will be used as H plus will also in aqueous phase, that means in liquid phase. So in this reaction also the catalyst and the reactant are in same phase, so that's why this reaction will be homogeneous catalyzed reaction. Okay. Next we see the second type of catalysis reaction is heterogeneous catalysis reactions. So in these reactions their name is hetero. Hetero means in different phase. Okay, means in heterogeneous catalysis reactions the reactant and the catalyst are in different phase. Then that time this type of catalysis reaction will be called as heterogeneous catalysis reactions. Okay, so in this reaction reactant and catalyst are in different phase. This type of reactions will be called as the heterogeneous catalysis reactions. Reactant and the catalyst are in different phase. Okay, for example we take the common example is sulfur trioxide molecule formation. Sulfur trioxide molecule formation, then that times we get the oxidation of sulfur dioxide to form the sulfur trioxide molecule. In this reaction, the sulfur dioxide will be in gaseous phase, this oxygen will also in gaseous phase. But in these reactions, for the formation of sulfur trioxide molecule, we use the catalyst is the platinum, and this catalyst will be in a solid state. Okay, so in these reactions, the reactant will be in gaseous phase and the catalyst will be in solid phase. That means these both the reactant and product are in a different phase, so that's why this reaction will be heterogeneous catalysis reaction. Okay, another example is the manufacture of ammonia. In these reactions these nitrogen and hydrogen will be are in gaseous phase, but the catalyst is used for the manufacture of ammonia is iron. This iron or the Fe will be in solid state. That means the reactant and the catalyst are in different phase. So that's why this reaction will be heterogeneous catalysis reaction. Okay. So these are the examples. We differentiate the homogeneous catalysis reaction and heterogeneous catalysis reaction. Okay. So another different terms we discuss here related to the catalysis process is the autocatalysis, catalytic promoters and catalytic inhibitors. The autocatalyst, so autocatalyst means the when one of the product in the reaction will be itself act as a catalyst, then that times this type of reactions or this type of catalyst will be called as the autocatalyst. Okay, means the product will be formed in the reaction, this product itself act as a catalyst. Okay, means itself they can speed up the reaction, they will be called as the autocatalyst. For example, hydrolysis of ester. In these reactions, the product is formed is one of the product is acetic acid and another product is ethyl alcohol. Okay, see in these reactions, this product acetic acid, this itself act as a catalyst. This product will itself act as a catalyst, so that's why they will be called as the autocatalyst, because they itself increase the rate of reaction, so that's why they will be the autocatalyst. In this reaction containing product is acetic acid, this product itself catalyze the reaction, so that's why they will be called as the autocatalyst. Okay, so let's clear this term. Next term is catalytic promoter or will be called as the activator. So means the catalyst which increase the activity of catalyst, this type of catalyst will be called as catalytic promoter. Okay, for example, the formation of ammonia molecule. In these reactions, generally the catalyst will be used is the iron, but iron presence of molybdenum as a catalyst, then that times these reactions will be more vigorously will be carried out. Okay, when that times this catalyst iron with presence of molybdenum. Okay, means this molybdenum which can promote these reactions, means which can increase the activity of this iron catalyst. So that's why this in these reactions the molybdenum will be the activator or the promoter. Next term is catalytic inhibitor. It is exactly opposite to catalytic promoter. Okay, in this type of catalyst which decrease the activity of catalyst, substances in the catalyst which decrease their activity of their catalyst. Okay, then these substances will be called as the catalytic inhibitor. For example, the formation of sulfur trioxide molecule. Formation of sulfur trioxide molecule. In this reaction, we use the catalyst is the platinum. But when this platinum with in presence of arsenic trioxide, then that time this arsenic trioxide which decrease the activity of this platinum catalyst. So that's why these reactions will not, or this reaction will take more time for the completion. That means this arsenic trioxide which inhibit this activity of this platinum catalyst. Okay, so that's why in these reactions this arsenic trioxide is the catalytic inhibitor. Okay, so let's clear these all points in this unit and also completed this first unit in our syllabus. Okay, in next video we will discuss our second unit